Give me a second. I have to pull up some shit. Alright, this one. And now we wait for it to tell me that the channel is alive and kicking. So, check out my melody. So far, nothing. That's one thing Streamlabs needs to improve on. I gotta fucking hit them up, dude. But they're probably gonna be like, oh, that's not us, that's YouTube. We have no control over that. While I'm sitting here, let me try. Let me try to do it. I have to go on my Facebook, so I'm not gonna share that. For the safety of people that I follow. Oh shit. Oh shit. Dude, a memory from 3 years ago. Got up at 6 a.m. Ripped my boxers in half. And don't have another pair. That's when you know you're doing bad, when you have one pair of boxers, bro. I don't know where I was when that happened, but I. Bro. When I tell you my whole ass cheek was hanging out, I'm not even joking. Dead serious. Look at this nonsense. Dude, thankfully, I'm not a big channel. I'd be fucking pissed. Stay on point. Fuck, man. Yes, sir. Bring them up. Okay, now how do I fucking talk to these people? Oh no. Candle busters hang. I hope you feel me, man. Because snitches, bitches, and they ain't been loyal to the game. Can you not comment? Comment. Write a comment. Okay, where are we at? 3 minutes. Problem. Okay. Let's fix all the fucking misspelled words. And send. Now, I highly doubt anybody's going to get back to me. So, in the meantime, because I know you all are going to check this out later, some of you, wanted to show you these guys. Oddly enough, I follow. Hold on, I'm going to pull the name up because this is how professionals do it. Where the fuck is he? Or her? I don't know if it's a dude or a lady. You can't die me right now, please. I'm relying on you in this moment. Bro, the devils are eating my feed alive. All right, let me go into my likes because I know that they're here. Podcast underscore highlight. I followed it. This dude follows me. I followed this dude. And in the process of doing that, a question was posed on Instagram, which was, does anybody know where you can find music that is not, that you won't run into a problem with copyright? So I said, dude, hit the YouTube. There's a shitload of um, music that you can use with no issue. Cool. So then, actually, these cats hit me up in a private message and said, hey man, how do you cut your clips? So I gave them all the info, and we got to talking about shit. And it turns out these kids actually, they listen to the podcast and apparently have been listening for a while. And at first I was like, yeah, all right, I believe you. And then they proceed to send me a link of episode 45 and said, that's y'all, right? And yeah. But I was like, but I'm solo now. It's just me. And he was like, oh, I know there used to be two of you, right? So, like, okay, now you're getting into shit. You would not know that unless you've been listening for a while. So, I know this is like real deal shit. So, I got to talking to him. I explained how they cut the clips, Audacity, the whole deal. And they were like, dude, we've been only doing this for a little while. I'm like, bro, don't worry about it. I got you. I said, bro, I'm gonna plug you guys. Don't even worry about it. They didn't ask me to do it. I told them I was gonna do it because I would have flipped my shit if somebody would have plugged us when we first started. That would have been fucking crazy. But nobody did. Nobody had love for us in the beginning, but that's all right. It's all good because you know what? I'm going to change the game. How are you going to do that? How am I going to do that? Is very simple. Nobody wants to fuck with people who run a podcast that have small numbers. I'll do it. I'm going to do it. It's going to be me. I'm in syncing in this motherfucker right now. You can't get you can't get people to fucking support you when you're small. I got you. Don't even worry about it. We're going to take care of all this shit, dude. If these cats are in, I'm going to give them the tools of the trade, the little that I know, and I'm going to help them set it up so they can get their shit in order. But because I told them I would plug them, here we are. Now, as you can see, this YouTube shit has only been up for a week. Now they have shit on Spotify, but it's a little rough. Not gonna lie, it's a little bit rough to listen to. They're apparently, these dudes are not in the same area together, so they've been doing it online. I guess through some type of call or whatever. I don't know how they're doing it, but I'm trying to give them the information so that they can clean up their audio because I want to show you a little bit of this.
All right. Intro. It wasn't me. It was
All
Jazzy.
right, ready? Are you ready?
Yes, Allah.
All right. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Bomb Podcast. Today we're going to supersize, deluxe, big brain pack of a podcast. I'm joined by Cloud, Beefy, and Jesse. When's the last time you seen that? Cringe o'clock.
I love the fact that he just said cringe o'clock. That's first of all. Now, apparently, these dudes are young. However, I don't discriminate, man. I actually give them credit because they're young and they have the balls to do something that when I was younger, I probably would not have done. Probably. I don't know though, because I've always been very opinionated. So there's a possibility that I could have grabbed the fucking microphone, even though, but I didn't have this setup. This setup that I'm running right now would have been impossible back in the day, dude. There was no, we couldn't, if there was Wi Fi, we couldn't afford it. It was, flip phones and all that shit, dude. I'm a dinosaur. I know already, but so I'm gonna help them out. I'm gonna help them out. Hopefully, they'll clean their audio up. I'm gonna walk them through every step of the fucking way. I already told them about StreamYard. I told them about Audacity and OBS, Headliner, everything that I use. I'm hoping that they will use. And I sent them an old video of mine, one of the first live streams that I ever did. That Sex with Spirits one, where that crazy lady was talking about banging ghosts. I sent him that and I was like, dude, you guys would have a field day with this. And dude said he was going to use it. So I'm hoping, I really hope that they do. And if you notice, if you picked up on the accent, it's because these cats are out in the UK. And to be completely honest with you, the least I could do, the least I could do is help the best that I can. Nobody knows if it's gonna work. I mean, shit. I don't even know if what I'm doing is gonna work. But they seem to have somewhat of a healthy following, not on YouTube, on Spotify, right? And what sucks is that they can't make money through Anchor because I guess they don't do that shit overseas. But they have sponsors. Oddly enough, check this out. Make sure you check out our sponsor, Rogue Energy, and use the discount code BOMB, I guess, at checkout for 10% off. So, I mean, dude, they're already doing better than me on that front. The only difference between me and them is I got time and I can run my mouth. Very opinionated. But either way, I may at some point have them on the podcast to plug their shit. I want them to talk about what got them started in all of this, who came up with the idea, because apparently there's two of them, right? So, I mean, I think it would be an amazing thing if I help to give these dudes the tools of the trade, if we can watch them grow in real time, if they stick with it. Maybe they don't. Maybe they decide that this is not something that they want to do. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. I hope they do. I hope they do, and I hope they blow up. But the least I could do is give back to the UK, man, because I got such a strong following out of the UK. I mean, come on, man. And besides, even if they weren't from the UK, I've helped out bigger jerk offs. And if you pay attention to the podcast, you already know that. It is what it is, man. There's, you know what I mean? Like, not everybody is gonna click. Although that was a massive fucking bomb. It hurts me to listen to it. I know I brought it up a little while ago. And since we're on the topic of the podcast, I might as well say I've done some rearranging for something that is supposed to be taking place in the future. So the episode you were supposed to get on Saturday, Memory Trace, is getting pushed back and you're getting domestic policy instead. So remember, I'm gonna put this out here right now. I want you to know that I do not advocate violence against women or men. I fucking said it. And cancel me. I need the ratings. Simple as that. I'm going to talk about this. Do you know why? Because I can. That's first of all. Secondly, I don't think this shit gets talked about enough. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was a little worried about doing it in the beginning until I hit my guy up and I said, "Hey, can you do me a favor and can you give this a listen for me and let me know what you think, your honest opinion?" And he was kind enough to do that for me. And he was like, "Dude, it's cool. Listen, not everybody is going to like what you have to say." And right then and there, I decided, like, you know what? That's a good fucking point, dude. And besides, if I don't talk about it, who the fuck is going to talk about it? Because I've been in situations where it could have got real ugly many times, but I have restraint. I have restraint, and there's lines you can't cross because once you cross them, there's no turning back. Honestly, there isn't. And then look, there's a fine line between being a fucking asshole and other shit. You know, I'm not gonna go crazy into it right now. You're probably not gonna agree with everything that I say, but the beautiful part about it is that you don't have to. I would actually rather you didn't. Some of you didn't. Challenge me on some of my ideals if you don't like them, because I'd be more than willing to have you on so that you can bring up your fucking beef with whatever the fuck I say, because I will stand behind 100% what I said. Will my attitude change in the future? It's possible, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Listen, you know what? I'm gonna tell you a story. I should have told this in the podcast, but I'm an asshole and I didn't because I forgot about it until right now. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing, dude. Or you know what? It's real life. It happened. So we're going to talk about it. I'm on a school bus because this is how far back this goes. And there's two girls that are about to get into a fist fight. Now, you already probably know where this story is going, but I have the worst luck in the world, man. The worst. The worst. If I won the lottery and tried to cash it in, they would tell me that there was a number typo, or the lottery would declare bankruptcy. You know, however that shit works. So anyway, these two broads are arguing back and forth, and it's getting heated quickly. And here I am in the middle. One of them is okay. One of them is here. The other one is here, and I'm like the microphone in the middle, right? Except I'm sitting down in my seat, and I'm like everybody else. I'm watching this all happen, and all I could think to myself is, you know, this is going to get ugly very fast. And this is a very small space. This is not really good. So, what winds up happening is this one, this one girl is a fucking, she's a beast, bro. Like, this this girl fucked up men for fun. That's the kind of animal that you're dealing with. Not your standard not your standard hair and nails woman, which is ironic because the girl that she was in a confrontation with was exactly that, right? So, you know, she the butchier one of the two of them, and feel however you want about the fact that I just said that. I don't care because I don't know any other way to describe it. Decides to approach the other one, and this crazy bitch is popping her nails off. You know, the hair and nails one is popping her fucking nails off, right? And she's like, "All right, let's fucking. You want to go, bitch? Let's go, bitch." You know, all that bullshit. So the other one starts to rush her. She pulls back, dude. She swings. Only in my life. Only in my life could this happen. When she goes to move forward with the power move, I don't know how school buses are set up in other parts of the world, but you have these seats that look like booths in a restaurant, right? And there's these little pegs that are at the bottom, probably maybe this tall, right? Somehow, this goofy asshole manages to trip over the seat in front of me and fucking when she swings, I get the full force of her punch in my fucking eyeball, dude. I'm not even in the altercation. I had nothing to do with this. I'm an innocent bystander. This is friendly fire. This is no good. She rocked my shit, dude. Rocked my shit. When I tell you my eye, it had to be like 2 inches out of my face. That shit was dark, blue, and black for 3 months at least. And the worst part is to add insult to injury, salt in the wound. I was already going to be in a Halloween parade that year in cahoots with a radio station. It was me, my brother, and other people. I can't remember. So I show up and they're like, "What the fuck happened to you?" So I have to tell this story every time I run into somebody, and I get the same reaction every time. People are pissing themselves. They're they're hanging over, holding their stomachs because they can't believe it. Like this shit sounds like it was made up. But honestly, and then of course, everybody's making fun of me in school. Oh, did you know? So we heard you fought blah blah blah. Like, no, I didn't. Like, well, she definitely fought you. Like, yeah, look, man, accidents happen. Okay, and I gotta tell you, that shit hurt like hell. It hurt like hell. And it was really funny after the fact, but that shit was super embarrassing, bro. And then I had to go on a Halloween float in front of thousands of people with my fucking eyeball just big as shit, black and blue, bro. It was a nightmare. Hilarious. I don't even know how the fuck did I get. I don't know how I got here. But the point is that shit was funny. So yeah, I don't know, man. Oh no. So look, dude, I don't know, man. These guys, and look, still nothing from StreamYards. Why am I not surprised? They'll probably get back to me. Oh shit, Technique is in Jersey. God damn, who the fuck is that? And why are you friends with them? Shady happenings, people. Shady happenings. I don't know who that is. Look, all dicks, bro. All dicks. This is ridiculous. Oh, you fucking. I can't stand this fucking guy. I would love to show you his face because you would know he's a fucking douchebag. He's a cop now. Of course he is. You already know. Some people, when you went to high school with them, maybe this don't work everywhere. But, I mean, you just knew that kid was going to be a fucking Ew. Douchebag. Oh my god. Let's just skip right over that, shall we? This is wild. I don't like Facebook, dude. Breaking news. Oh, you ready for this? Please hold on to your seats because this is going to shock you. Breaking news yesterday at 1:47 p.m. Marijuana arrests have spiked dramatically and racial disparities of arrests have raised persistently, or whatever the fucking word is, since 2013, despite fast growing public support for legalization. ACLU of New Jersey just released a report on marijuana arrests in New Jersey. Take a look. I don't need to, bitch. I'm a statistic. I'm so tired of this bullshit, bro. You know what? New Jersey United for Marijuana Reform. I'm talking to y'all, man. And I'm gonna have to cut this out and put it up on YouTube later. I sent y'all messages, right? I gave you my story. You said you were gonna use it in court when you argue for legalization. I tried to get you on my podcast. Why did I do that? I tried to get you on because I felt it was important. As somebody who has been through it, I almost just said something real bad. But honestly, I feel like it's the truth, dude. I honestly feel like if I wasn't white, y'all would have been on the podcast already. But because it doesn't pop for your cause that I'm a white dude, you have no interest in it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe it's my choice of words.
I was gonna say we're never buying anything from IKEA.
Why?
There was a couple of people on YouTube. Fucking especially the one guy was watching. Fucking IKEA delivered person brought the furniture and fucking a shitload of cockroaches.
What?
Yeah.
Ew! I thought you were gonna say rats.
No. That's this one.
Unboxing.
No, this is the one that he says that he bought it and the IKEA man delivered
Is
it.
it all that? It's a compilation of that?
No,
No.
I know, but I want to find it. Because supposedly he was recording.
Bro, I would lose my shit if we bought something from a store, brought it home, opened it up, and roaches
just
came out.
imagine, we bought a fucking brand new bed. Just imagine, we taking off that seal, fucking
Oh,
all the bugs crawl out of it.
oh
Or
no.
it starts moving and has worms in it.
That's disgusting. Why would
we
you
didn't have a water bed.
why would you even say something like that to me? That's terrible.
I'll give you something to think about.
Yeah, great. At 10:45 at night when I'm probably gonna be going to sleep in an hour and be having dreams about worm. Dude, don't do that for real. Don't do that. You know how I feel about worms, man. That shit's disgusting. I can't. Ugh.
I remember when our cat had the butt worms.
Ugh.
Fucking ski both of us out.
Fuck yeah. Well,
And just we got these key
okay.
in her mailbox. Supposedly I'm getting a call or a text.
From the office?
No, from her mom.
Oh, we gotta give it to her mom?
Because she's gonna be going through the walkthrough instead of because they're going to be moving tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Well, she said that her mom was gonna do the walkthrough of their place from the beginning.
That's because she was there when they first, looked at it.
Yeah. Their place seems to be in pretty good shape. I mean, it's better than ours now.
Oh, well, their bathroom is like,
Shit.
well, their toilet isn't fucking all gooped up, around the.
I gotta do a video on that and post it, but the problem is, I don't know.
I got pictures.
Yeah, I know. The problem is that I don't know.
It's not illegal. They can't.
No, it's not that. It's the people that I don't want. If it's somebody that we know that doesn't know where we live, has been to the apartment and has seen the layout, I don't want them to connect the dots and be like, "Oh, so that's where they live." Especially if it's somebody that we're ducking.
So you don't show the bathroom. You just show the part of the floor.
That's true. Could do that. I don't know, man.
I thought they were bringing giving us, their Swiffer. Because I don't understand why she came up with, her Swiffer, and, some other thing. She's like this with it. I don't like, oh shit. She's just like, here you go, here's my mouse key.
Stupid. I don't know, man. I don't, whatever it is you're looking for, I don't have it. Okay. So, to get back on my point, what's their name? I think it's New Jersey United Marijuana Reform. I reached out to you guys for a reason. Because all day, every day on your social media, all you talk about is social justice and how people need to get involved in what it is that you're doing. Now, we already know I've emailed motherfuckers, right? I've signed every petition, putting myself at risk, by the way, for doing that. Simply because we already know the politicians are not going to do it. Whatever. So, I don't understand where you don't understand that. And you can make an argument, sure, we're busy. We can't be everywhere at once. I'm not charging you to come on here, man. I asked them, why don't you come out here by where I live? Because there's a local college that's around here somewhere, and you could probably get in there and hold the deal out there so the people in my county can get involved in what it is that you're all doing. And they literally came back with, well, unless you have a space or you want to pay for us to get into that college, that's not going to happen. You're just going to have to take the 2-hour drive to come up to where we are. I mean, I live around the area where you live, and I make that drive every day. Well, good for you, bitch. I don't have a car. So I'm not going to be driving anywhere, and I sure as shit am not going to be driving 2 hours to hear you talk about some shit that I lived through, dude. So let's cancel that shit right out. Maybe it's my chipper attitude, right? That why they don't want to come on up. But for real though, dude, this shit is aggravating. I've been through it, man. And all I want you to do, come on the podcast and explain to people what it is that you do when those courtroom doors are closed. You keep talking about how you want people to get involved, but you never talk about how it is that you get this shit done. Okay, cool. You make petitions. That's great. And you argue in front of the Senate. That's also great. However, I'm sure there's a lot of networking involved that gets it to that point. So, how the fuck does this happen? Maybe if people have a better understanding of what it is, how it is, rather, that you do what you do, they would be more inclined to get involved. Because at this point, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for people to get involved because they don't know. They don't listen. Can I explain something to you as an outsider looking in? As somebody who has been affected by this personally, okay? When you talk about signing petitions or that you want to get a weed law passed, all we hear is failure. And that's not even a diss track to you. What I'm saying is petitions aren't getting it done, man. Simple as that. The politicians don't want to do this. They just don't. So the problem that we have is you're saying get involved and email people. I read my email on YouTube more than sure that I have, where they told me, thanks, but go fuck yourself. We're not interested. We're sorry to hear about your shit story, but fuck you. That's what I get back to. How do you expect somebody to get involved when that's the response that they're going to be met with? That's a problem. That's a problem. We can't have that. If people can get a better understanding of how you do things, they would be more inclined to help. But you also got to do shit that is going to make sense. How many petitions are you going to put out that are not going to do dog shit? Simple as that. How many are you just collecting information at this point? Is that what's happening? I don't know. But you see what happens when you leave people to speculate? And again, I'm for your fucking cause. You're not going to find anybody that is more down for the cause than me. I have everything to gain from legalization, expungement bills, home cultivation, which is never going to fucking happen. But I have everything to gain from this. Everything. So I'm just telling you what a lot of people are thinking and nobody wants to say. People see the posts that I put all over social media because I wear my heart on my fucking sleeve. And they're all like, dude, you're fucking crazy. I would never do that because you're putting a target on your back. Yeah, but if they already shot me, what's the difference, man? If they already shot me, what's the difference? I'm straight and narrow, so I don't get it. At the same time, do I even really want to even bother? I don't want to chase y'all down anymore. I did everything in my power to try to get y'all to come on. And I don't even get listen, you're too politically incorrect for us to get involved with you. I don't even get that much. Not even an acknowledgement. Oh, give us your website. Give us a link to your podcast and we'll listen to it and get back to you. I'm so tired of hearing that shit. You have no idea. No idea. Why don't you just tell the truth? Tell the truth. You don't want to be bothered because you think that I can't make a difference, yet somehow you want me to believe that me putting effort into you is going to make a difference. Yeah, see, this is no good. You can't send this to them because they're not going to understand. I mean, sure, they could chalk it up to frustration, but they're not going to get it at the end of the day, dude. They're not going to. You say, you know what? Fuck it. Forget the whole thing. Forget the whole thing. I've done plenty and I'm going to continue to advocate for it, but I'm just tired of seeing posts on social media about the same shit when nothing changes. Nothing changes. How long How long do you want me to do this for, man? Because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of all the clickbait fucking articles that's written by Politico and every other, including y'all, every article you put out that has a misleading headline talking about legalization. When you go over the same stale bullshit, NJ.com, I'm looking at you too. Every headline is misleading, man. Y'all don't do shit the right way. If you like, I get it. You gotta survive off clicks. I understand. I'm in a similar business. The difference is, though, unlike y'all, I don't let the numbers dictate what the fuck it is that I do. Well, maybe that's why you're not successful. Maybe I would argue differently, though, because at least I'm authentic. People know when they put on whatever the fuck it is that I'm doing or whatever it is that I'm talking about, that they're getting the genuine article. All right, I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to blow smoke up anybody's ass. I say what I feel, man, and you can agree with it or disagree with it. And now I remember how I got on getting punched in the face on a school bus because I was talking about my domestic policy. And then I sit here and wonder why people don't want to fuck with me. Look, somebody's got to talk about it, bro. Somebody's got to do it. If I got to get my fucking hands dirty, then whatever. I'm not even saying anything terrible. In my opinion, I'm starting a hashtag. Cancel me. I need the ratings. That's my new hashtag. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I know I keep talking about the same shit. I came on here to plug some other cats, and here I am 42 minutes later talking about the same stale bullshit as I call other people out on their nonsense. So, I had to bump up. I should have did this before. Let me show you. Now that I got it up, let's screen share. Okay, so originally, this was supposed to be where this is. This has been bumped to December 7th, and this has been put up to the 23rd. I did this for a reason, and I hope it's not for nothing. I really do. Because I honestly, I want to do this shit and get it done and over with. No disrespect to parties involved. I'm just saying, man, we've been talking about doing this shit for damn near a month now. Let's fucking do it or don't do it. And I also have a middle of the week podcast ready to go. I do have to work on some shit. I'm going to attempt to give myself a breather, but it seems impossible. It seems impossible to do. Because I always find some shit that I want to talk about. But at the same time, I guess if I wind up doing shit, I do it. If I don't, I don't. I know I'm going to work on something. I don't know who I'm bullshitting, me or you. Because every time I say I'm going to step away from it for a little while, I wind up getting pulled back in, dude. Every single time. So look, check out these cats. They're a little rough around the edges, but hopefully I can fix that. No disrespect to them, obviously, but we're going to figure it out. Because I believe that people need to stick together. I think it's important. even if other people don't. I definitely do. Oh, and by the way, working on the list here, man. I should have did it live, but so far the only thing I have written down is already what's in the books, which is top rap underground. The names that are too easy, little bit of R&B, and a little bit of metal. So this is going to be interesting. I'm actually excited to put this shit together when I do it. I don't know how, I don't know when, especially because let me check my email one time because I should really check and see what email I sent this dude because I haven't had anything yet and I'm not really into that. Maybe I fucked up and gave him the wrong email address. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter. And if you see it's a train wreck in here, that's because Jen is in the process of reorganizing. And by the way, oh no, I'm losing all my fucking dreads here, man. Let's see how it looks. Terrible. Like now you can tell it's a fucking deal. Before it looked kind of official. Look at this. One hanging on the other. This is no good. This is no good. We can't have this. I'm going to have to try to fix this up a little bit. So what if we went old school and we did it like this? That's actually not. That's not too bad. I can give it the illusion that it looks better than it does. But trust me, if this shit goes through, hopefully it'll be fun. And I honestly don't get your fucking hopes up because I'm sure it would never work and I have no idea what the fuck I would even talk about. But this motherfucker does better numbers than I do on the podcast, which is crazy. So I thought what would be funny is to do a podcast in that character and make it a completely separate entity from, I mean, it'll be under the Laughing at Birds umbrella, obviously, but, make a deal out of it. I have no idea what I would even do. If I was smart, I'd have that motherfucker have his own YouTube channel, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. Don't get your hopes up, though. I don't think I'm going to fucking do it. But I've been rambling in here for an hour. It's almost time for me to go to bed, man. Like, there's not really any reason I should be in here talking right now, dude. Especially because I'm going to get up tomorrow. Well, I have to get up every day. This room is driving me fucking nuts, bro. Look at this. You see that? Hopefully, it will get figured out all I wanted was just one space, a little bit of space. That's all. That's all I wanted. Don't even have that, but that's alright. We'll figure it the fuck out. Damn. And the episode that was gonna come out is decent too. In my opinion, and I don't like everything that I do, but I think that you guys would enjoy it. You guys will enjoy it. Versus the one that's coming out now. I mean, sure, it'll be good. Stir some fucking feelings up, which is always a good thing. Get people passionate. But I really wanted to push this one back. I mean, it's not like I can't still do an exchange, but still. I want to give the other one room. The reason why I didn't put the display case out now is because I fucked up and released it early. So I wanted to give that a little bit more time to breathe. So the people that listen to part of it already will kind of forget about it. And then it pops up again. And they're like, oh shit, okay, I remember this. Let me pick up where I left off. At least that's my theory. I don't know if it's going to work. Either way, let me shut the hell up because this is a completely useless fucking live stream. Came on here to plug these cats and I went off on a tangent about shit that has absolutely nothing to do with them. But that's alright. We'll figure it out. But I mean, it's still Saturday, dude. I shouldn't even be doing this right now. I'm pulling away from the podcast. But I released that short just because I wanted to see how it was going to do versus the podcast. I gotta tell you, man, I'm like, oh, it hurts a little bit. Although I guess because it's still a creative thing that I'm doing, I should be proud of how ridiculous it is. I'm just curious to see if it's gonna do as well as the last time, even though I don't care about numbers really. It'd be interesting to find out. And there's a couple other ones that are up. I'll have to do some other shit. We'll figure it out. In the meantime, let me end this shit show. I'll catch y'all next week. Technically, Tuesday or Wednesday, the mini middle of the week podcast is going to come out. So y'all have that. And then Saturday, domestic policy. And who knows what's going to take place between now and then. Hopefully, we'll get this shit done that I wanted to get done. If not, no big deal. We'll just do when we do. At least we tried.